Hello, YouTube fam. It has been a hot minute. I'm clearly a mess right now. What is up? It has been, I don't know, it's probably close to a month by this point that I'll be uploading it since I've made my last upload. I know I've been slacking, I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, after launching in purpose and just some like personal things happening, I just was like not in a place to get in front of a camera again and really show up for y'all. And that includes my Instagram. If you know me, like I just go off and I just share whatever's on my heart. And YouTube, there was always this like preconception or like this idea in my mind that like whenever I film myself, I need to put all my makeup on. I have to be perfect. But you know what? I said, fuck it. I'm feeling inspired to show up today. So here we are. So, funny story about this. At this point, it's been over a year since I left for Taiwan. So these vlogs are literally, the footage is from a year ago. And more than ever, I feel like I'm getting more and more nostalgic of the fact that I could still be in Taiwan, but we're not. And it's all good. But these videos literally bring a smile to my heart. And yeah, I just wanted to share with y'all like the next vlog series, or like this next vlog, which is taking a day trip to Kaohsiung. And so we decided to take a day trip on the weekend because at this point we had finished our, trip to Taipei, and, I was trying to settle into a more regular rhythm since I was going to be there for like 2.5 months. Well, at the time I thought I was going to be there for a month and a half. But yeah, I just wanted to get used to regular life. So during the weekdays, we basically would just go about our lives. I would be working, and then on the weekends we would take either day trips or we would take overnight trips to places, depending on what we wanted to do. And so we went to Kaohsiung City, and we specifically went to the Dream Mall, which if you've ever been there, it's freaking huge. My boyfriend told me it was huge, but I didn't realize how big it was until we actually got there. And how we got there, in case you're curious about how I traveled, we decided to just take the public transit. So there's a long train, I think, that goes from north to south. And so we took one of the lines that went to Kaohsiung City, and then we took a bus that led to the mall. And so yeah, our first stop was really going to the Dream Mall. We're currently in Kaohsiung at the Dream Mall. It's super hazy though. But at least there's a nice breeze, right, baby? There's a nice breeze. I didn't realize how freaking amazing the food was, because you'll see here that there is a map of the entire mall, and there was like a whole like food court floor, but then there was like all these restaurants that were throughout the mall. So clearly we didn't get to go to all of them that day, but I was just like so happy because I love food. If you don't know this by now, hi, I'm Ashley. I love eating, and it is one of my many pastimes. But yeah, I definitely remember just feeling so full afterwards and needing to go walk around the mall to kind of burn all of that off. And so yeah, I think the first place we went to was actually a sushi conveyor belt restaurant. I can't remember the name, but hopefully I'll pop it in here through the edits. And after that, we were like exploring the mall. None of like, first of all, me and my boyfriend are pretty minimal when it comes to clothing and just like buying physical items. We're definitely more on the experience, like wanting to spend money on experiences rather than buying physical belongings. But yeah, so it wasn't really like a shopping trip per se, but we were just kind of perusing around the mall. And then, but one of the things that I had decided that I wanted, aside from these sneakers, you'll see they had limited edition Sailor Moon Skechers sneakers. I really wanted them, but I think they were like 100 USD. So I didn't really want to invest in it. They were chunky. They were like the trendy chunky sneakers, you know, that people wear these days. I feel like this is more the young people thing, but like, yeah, it doesn't really fit my style, so I didn't end up getting it. But yeah, they had the chunky sneakers, and I really only wanted them because they were Sailor Moon, but I didn't get them. I mean, if you can't tell, I love Sailor Moon. But yeah, the real only thing I wanted to purchase during my trip, at least clothing wise in Taiwan, was actually a pair of jeans. And that sounds weird. I feel like you're probably like, why would you want a pair of jeans in Taiwan? Well, here's the thing, like, I only owned up to that point skinny jeans. And if you don't know Taiwan weather, it's very humid and very hot. And at that point, it was starting to go from spring into summer, or at least winter into spring. So it was starting to get warm. So on a daily basis, it was like starting to become like 80 degrees and up. Like in the morning, it would be 70, and then it would go up to like the 90s. And I was like, I want to be able to wear something other than just shorts all the time, which was also something that I will be purchasing later on in the trip, but I decided not at that time. I didn't really need them, but I knew I needed a pair of jeans that were not sticking to my body, because I find that so uncomfortable. You know that feeling when like you have like wet jeans, or you just have like when you're sweaty and your clothes just stick to you, just how uncomfortable it is, like you know. So I was like on a hunt to find jeans that were not skinny jeans, but also were still stretchy and comfortable. Because I'm really weird with my criteria for jeans. So one of the things that is very important to me is that they have to be stretch jeans. So I feel like most jeans actually aren't stretched, so it's kind of annoying. But yeah, one of the biggest things is having jeans that stretch and excuse me, that flatter my body type. And I don't know if it's just me or if it was just, you know, in Taiwan there is a typical body type, but none of the jeans that I tried on really fit me the way I wanted them to fit me. Like I would see some of them on the mannequin and I'm like, oh, that looks cute. Like, let me try it on. Let me go try it on. And it just wasn't looking right at all. Like, it was just like, it made me look frumpy, or it would just make me look kind of chubby, or like, I don't know. It just made my legs look weird. Or they just didn't fit me, period. Like I don't know. Like, it was really difficult. So, you'll see I try on probably like 6 or 7 pairs of jeans during this whole trip, like in different stores. Like I was in like Uniqlo, I was in I forget, there was a bunch of different like stores that I hopped into just to try and find some jeans that fit me, and unfortunately none of them fit me that trip, so I had to just continue on just not wearing jeans for like another couple weeks during that trip. Yeah, the next place we checked out was called Pier2 Art Center. And so the way that we got there was also by train or a tram. I don't really know what to call it, but we hopped on a train that was like, I think it was free to get on. I don't really remember, but it was a pretty short trip from the mall. And it brought us directly to the pier, which was really, really beautiful. Like, I wanted to go there because there were a bunch of these like art installation type things throughout the area, as well as there was this park. And so by this time frame, the pandemic was in full force in America. I think by this point, like, borders shut down, lockdown had started. Taiwan had closed its borders, so like if I had shown up at that point, I wouldn't have been able to enter. And yeah, like, it was just kind of a really depressing time from what I remember, from what what I would see on social media from my friends, and talking to my family. Like, life was just different. And you know, it was so interesting because Taiwan, it was like nothing had really changed except for that fact that people wore masks, but like everyone was still out and about. People were going about their business. Like when we went to this park, like I just remember like kind of tearing up because I was just like, life is so normal here. People are like, families are playing, like kids are flying kites and like playing in the grass, and like people are normal here. Like how crazy is, like, it's just, to me it blew my mind, the contrast of how the world was experiencing the Panera and how Taiwan was living their life just basically normal. And I realized that I was so blessed to be able to go to this country in the time that I did. And so, yeah, this last bit is really just gonna be a little montage of, that trip to the park, and the art installations and everything before we really just head out and go back home. Terminal.